Real honest reviews. Really, this stuff is really awesome. Throw this in the garbage. Oh, super versatile and one of my favorite trucks of all time. Just in case you're wondering, I am driving pretty badly on purpose. Yeah, it just bends in half. It's garbage. Come on, wouldn't you trust this face? Hello, boys and girls. Let's talk maintenance for a little bit. You already know that I'm a big CowRC fan. The magnetic mats, the motor degreaser cleaner, as well as the silicone spray that I use constantly on my rigs. I actually buy that usually by the 6-pack or the case, because we have 6 of us that run crawlers through the dirt and the mud and everything else. I wanted to showcase a few really cool new products. Let me move my cell phone. First of all, CowRC is now doing custom mats. You can get the parts trays aligned any way you want on them and any size. This is a monster mat with, I believe, a couple of standards parts trays kicked sideways and put on here. That way you can work on your crawler and have 2 bins for all the parts down here, plus screwdrivers or anything, magnet on the sides. Just pretty sweet. This one gets used mostly by my wife all the time, as you probably, if you watched her video, you saw that. She uses it constantly. One of the other ones, he's got some limited edition ones. How cool are these? Pink carbon fiber. And it feels like a little heavier, like the 2X magnet, than the standard magnet. And this is also one that my wife commandeered and uses. She rolls this thing up and carries it in her crawler bag with her everywhere. But I really dig I think he had them in green and orange and blue, but that carbon fiber look up there is really cool. Plus the heavy duty magnet on them is great. Then we got some brand new products. These are the CowRC boxes here. These guys, you open this up and then it's got all these individual little boxes in it for screws, parts, everything. You can label them. So those of you that are using like the Team K&K screw kits or Screw Loose, the aftermarket ones, whatever, you know, upgrading your screws, put them all in here, label them, then that whole kit snaps shut, perfect for carrying. And he's got different options, like there's these little bitty baby ones in here that all click together. You can pull them apart and click them together. And there's different parts options on his website, on CowRC's website. These are wide but not as tall, so you double stack them. Little guys. I just thought that was really cool. So you can't lose your screws. Like I have one of the cheap Walmart boxes, and I have left it sitting like this and then knocked it off the table, and all of my screws went everywhere. And I was so ticked off about it that I never bothered to put the screws back in it. They're just a giant mess right now, stuck on my mat on my desk. And so this thing, I haven't put my screws in there yet because I'm still ticked off that I dropped the other one. But this one is going to get organized with all the screws of the proper length in there. It's got feet on the bottom of it, so it'll stand up. You can actually stack a couple of them, fit them in your Big D's RC bag or something like that. Works pretty good for that. And then I'm really excited about this product because I actually got to talk to Heath, had a little bit of say in it. This is called Utter Butter, CowRC waterproof grease. And a lot of people are like, why should I spend that kind of money on that when I can just go to Walmart and buy waterproof marine grease? This stuff is specifically made, it's formulated for RC. So it's not going to, like the marine grease is made for like boat motors and stuff. This stuff has got a little bit better retention for the smaller gears of the radio controlled. You'll notice that it's got a good stick to it, and I'm gonna put it on some gears over here and run them just so you can see what kind of hold it has. This is great for differentials, Like we use it in all of our crawlers, get waterproof grease in the differentials so that when you're out running through the creeks and whatever in the crawlers, it doesn't ruin your bearings, doesn't ruin your gears. And I usually pack them so that water can't even get in there at all. And this stuff is perfect for that. And then we'll also use it on the knuckles inside there. It's not going to sling off on there like some of the other generic greases do. I'm going to smear it on these gears right now. It's safe for plastic or metal, so it's not going to deteriorate your plastic gears over time or anything like that. So it's not going to deteriorate your plastic gears. And with the help of my lovely assistant here, we're going to test out. Turn that guy on. What I've done is I've just smeared some of this on this spur gear here, which is going to spin at a pretty high rate of speed, and we're going to do a sling test, which
on this.
right there. We're going to do a sling test, which is basically going to show if it's going to fly off or not. A lot of the generic greases that I've used from auto parts stores and like Walmart and stuff like that aren't tacky enough, I guess you call it, and when you fire it up, they just kind of sling off after a while and you end up with grease all over everything. So, okay, I have this piece of paper that my wife was writing notes on. We're going to hold it over top of the gear. Ready? Run it. Hardcore. We'll give it a couple minutes running. Okay. Barely, very little, any grease. I don't know which camera's still working. Barely any grease came off of there onto the paper. So that's good. That's exactly what you want to see. Let me make sure it's still, yep. I can wipe it with my finger and there's still grease on there. So I know the gears are still protected, but you don't have giant globs of it flying all over the inside of your truck, which is exactly what you want. So you can keep using the cheap stuff if you want to, but if you want a high quality that you're not going to have to tear down your rig constantly to keep overdoing it, there's where the Udder Butter comes in. Loving this stuff. We've already put it. We're doing some extensive testing. In a couple of our rigs, I've got it in a trail finder, a couple different SCX 10s, and we were going to put it in the Slash, which is our four-wheel drive go fast that seems to munch gears all the time, but the local hobby shop was out of gears, so I got to wait for more gears to come. Once the new gears come, we'll grease them up real good and see if they last longer. Eli and I seem to destroy gears in the Slash, so the hope is this will help keep them from getting overheated and destroyed all the time. There you go. A couple of cool new products available from CowRC. These products aren't currently available on RC Addict. You have to go to CowRC.com to get them. I don't know if they will be available on RC Addict in the future or not. We haven't actually discussed that part yet. We do have the standard magnetic mats, but if you want the custom stuff done, you can get custom tabletop made with your own vinyl printed on it, which we are saving up to do because the monster mat that I have over there is pretty well wore out. So I'd like to cover my whole bench with one big magnetic mat with a couple of foam trays along the edge of it, and of course our logo really nice on it. So Heath can make anything you want, get your design done, all that kind of stuff. So, but you do have to go to CowRC.com for that part. So I hope this helps a few people. I hope you find this product as useful as I did. I'm pretty sold on it. We've been running it. I ran it through at least one comp already. I'm going to run it through another one before I do axle teardowns and see how it's holding up. I've used like the marine grease from Walmart or Bass Pro Shop, and when I tear my axles down at the end of a season, I find rust and stuff in there, so I'm really curious to see how well this one holds up instead. I've noticed that this does not, it holds together better, and it's not pushing out like when I use the Walmart grease. It wanted to kind of heat up and run out once it's heated up. This stuff does not run out when it's all heated up. It doesn't try to pour out of the holes or anything. It stays where you put it, which I really like. So we're going to try that. Thanks for watching. If you missed the episode with my wife showing all about her truck, make sure you catch that. It's available here. And maybe you can get your own wife or girlfriend interested in it. And if you need to maintain your RCs, whether they go slow or go fast, CowRC's got all the maintenance products you could ever want or need.